Starlink Report. The Starlink Report.
This is the Starlink Report for August 24th, 2020. I'm Hewie Poplock. Starlink deployment status as listed here shows that they were licensed in 2018, and in just 2 years, SpaceX has invested hundreds of millions of dollars in Starlink to date, built a U.S. world-leading manufacturing system, now building 120 satellites per month, deployed 500 plus satellites, actually it's 600 plus satellites using 12 gigahertz, now the largest satellite constellation in the world by far, deployed gateway ground stations throughout the United States, invested over $70 million developing and producing thousands of consumer user terminals per month using 12 gigahertz with high rate production soon to come. Fully licensed by the FCC for 1 million consumer user terminals in the US that use 12 gigahertz. And they've begun a beta service for hundreds of users in multiple states, including tribal communities. A Falcon 9 rocket loaded with 58 more broadband relay nodes for SpaceX's Starlink Internet network took off Tuesday, August 18th from Cape Canaveral, bringing the total number of Starlink craft launched since May of 2019 to 653 satellites. After flying halfway around the world, the upper stage released the 58 Starlink payloads over the Indian Ocean about 46 minutes after liftoff. SpaceX is preparing to begin beta testing the Starlink service soon, as the satellites from the first 7 launches of the satellites are used to fill 18 evenly spaced orbital planes. The Starlink website now allows interested individuals to enter their service addresses when signing up for information. In a recent interview with the via satellite, one of SpaceX's representatives said that they have begun friends and family trials of the service and would like to initiate service in the northern U.S. this year. A few of the Starlink satellites have had issues after launch, with 5 being deorbited already and a few more currently lowering their orbits. It seems that about 18 previously launched satellites are non-operational. Here's what the home dish is going to look like. It'll either be put on the ground or it'll be on the roof, and it'll need a northern-facing view of the sky without any blocking. These are what the equipment is going to look like for the Starlink ground units. This was a temporary based unit from about a year ago on a trailer. Now they've got some. These are in Wisconsin. They're on the ground, and then you see the home units, and if you look carefully, there are some coiled wires, and it's believed that that's gives the approximate distance of wiring from the dish to the box to make sure that they're working properly. And SpaceX continues to make progress setting up the network of gateways for the Starlink system. New gateways are being added in the northwest and north central U.S., with locations in Northern California, Idaho, Minnesota, Montana, Washington, and Wyoming. In the southeastern U.S., previously filed gateways in Tennessee and Florida were removed. Oh, nuts. While new locations were added in Georgia and Alabama. More locations were recently added in Arizona and Kansas, and this brings the number of U.S. Ka-band gateway locations to 34. Here are some confirmed Starlink speed tests. Notice the ping, or that's the latency. Some of them were quite high, but they've been able to get the numbers down. And they've even got some now. It's been substantiated that some of them are getting the the latency in the 20 millisecond range. And so they're really getting it down. They, of course, aren't getting the speeds that they were talking about in the beginning, but it's once they get where they've got it down pat, then they'll work on the speed. Again, here's what the home dish will look like. It's about a 24-inch pizza size. This is what the home router will look like. And that'll be what will be inside of your home. So it's closer than we realize before the beta test starts. My understanding is the beta test will be free. You'll get free equipment. You're going to get, but you're going to be charged $1 a month to be a beta tester. And the reason they are giving for that is because they're also testing their payment structure and software at the same time, and so that's what that'll be used for. And they're also going to have a non-disclosure agreement that you'll have to sign, so you're not even going to be able to tell people you are a beta tester for the service. And so when people stop talking about it, they may be a beta tester. They are not allowed to say anything about it while they're doing the beta testing. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Starlink report for August 24th.
The Starlink Report.